He started with a dollar stock, built a $200 million empire, stole from teachers, veterans, and retirees, spent 22 months in jail playing tennis, then turned his crimes into a best-selling book, a Hollywood blockbuster, and a motivational speaking career. And the wildest part? People paid him to learn from it. This is the real story of Jordan Belfort, the man who scammed America, got away with most of it, and somehow made you feel bad for not being him. Bayside, Queens. 1962. A working-class kid with zero connections and maximum ambition. At 16, Jordan Belfort was already selling Italian ices door-to-door and making $20,000 in a single summer. Most teenagers would have blown that on a car or a stereo system. Jordan enrolled in dental school. First day, the dean stands up and says, "If you're here to get rich, you're in the wrong place." Jordan stood up, nodded, and walked out. Just like that. Because he wasn't there to clean teeth. He was there to get rich. And this was not the path. Next stop, meat. Yes, really. He launched a door-to-door meat and seafood business. Knocking on doors. Selling frozen steaks out of the back seat of his car. No storage. No trucks. Just Jordan, a cooler, and complete confidence. He pulled $100,000 a month in sales. Then, spoiled deliveries, unpaid invoices, mounting debt, the business collapsed inside a year. But in that wreckage, Jordan discovered something dangerous. He could sell anything. The product didn't matter. Steaks, seafood, stocks, didn't matter. What mattered was him. The salesman was born. Jordan lands an entry-level job at Elf Rothschild, a legitimate Wall Street firm, suits, quotas, structure. He learns how markets move, how brokers talk, how money flows. Then October 1987 hits, Black Monday. The market crashes, phones go silent. Jordan gets fired. But while everyone else is mourning, Jordan sees something else entirely. An opportunity. He discovers penny stocks, unregulated, dirt-cheap shares that no serious broker would touch. No oversight. No rules. And commissions of 50%. Same pitch. 10 times the reward. He picks up the phone and calls some guy in Nebraska. "Sir, this company is tiny now, yes, but it's sitting on technology that's about to disrupt the entire home entertainment industry. Ground floor. Pre-IPO. The big guys haven't sniffed this one out yet. But when they do, boom. We're talking 10x minimum. You get in at $1 a share, and in 6 months, you're not calling me to thank me. You're calling me from your beach house in Maui." The man buys. $4,000. Single call. No regulators. No rules. No breaks. Jordan had found his kingdom. Now he was ready to build an empire. Jordan isn't working alone anymore. Enter Danny Porish, fast-talking, chaos-loving, born for the hustle. Not from Wall Street. Not even from the same planet on most days. But he could close. Together, they build Stratton Oakmont. The name sounds like a centuries-old institution with leather-bound books and marble floors. In reality, a strip mall in Long Island with flickering fluorescent lights, mismatched desks, and exactly zero regulatory oversight. Their recruits weren't analysts or finance graduates. They were bartenders, college dropouts, neighborhood hustlers. Jordan didn't want experience. He wanted hunger. He didn't need thinkers. He needed closers. And then came the training. Jordan developed a system called straight-line persuasion, a psychological pressure machine designed to bulldoze hesitation, drown out doubt, and guide a prospect from hello to where do I send the check in a single unbroken line. Within months, Stratton had a rhythm. Fast. Loud. Electric. The phones never stopped ringing. The money never stopped flowing. And the parties? Oh, the parties. Strippers in the conference room. Champagne flooding fax machines. Bonuses thrown across the office like candy. Nothing was sacred. Jordan bought a helicopter, named his yacht after his wife, owned mansions, Lamborghinis, and Rolexes stacked on Rolexes. He had become a cult leader in Armani. And the scheme fueling all of it? Called a pump and dump. Here's how it worked. Simple enough for kindergarten math. Jordan's secret network, he called them rat holes, would quietly buy up massive amounts of stock in tiny, obscure companies. Companies with barely any real product, sometimes with no working phone number. Then Stratton's army of brokers would hit the phones. "Sir, this stock is the next Apple. Ma'am, get in now or miss it forever." The buying frenzy drives the price up. Other investors see it rising and pile in. The excitement builds. And at the peak, while the public is still buying, Jordan's rat holes sell everything. The brokers are told to stop answering calls from investors who want to exit. Trade orders mysteriously get lost. By the time regular investors can sell, it's too late. The price collapses. The damage is done. The rat holes hand the profits back to Jordan. Keep a small cut for themselves. At Stratton Oakmont, this wasn't called fraud. It was called another Tuesday. By the early 90s, the firm had exploded. Stratton was taking real companies public, running IPOs, and layering the same manipulation onto legitimate stock markets. Overhype the stock. Oversell the dream. Exit before reality catches up. They were making hundreds of millions. And the people left holding the bag? Working class retirees, desperate parents, veterans who invested their life savings, families who remortgaged their homes for the next big thing. Stratton sold them hope, wrapped in urgency, dressed in false certainty, backed by made-up projections. By 1994, cracks were forming. The SEC had flagged suspicious filings. Former brokers were starting to talk. Journalists from Forbes and the Wall Street Journal were sniffing around. And then there was FBI agent Gregory Coleman, Financial Crimes Division, who didn't just see red flags. He smelled blood. Coleman pulled cold call scripts, subpoenaed wire records, tracked real estate purchases that didn't match reported income. He found Jordan withdrawing cash in patterns, $50,000 at a time, laundered through casinos and art galleries. Meanwhile, Jordan was unraveling. Drug use, once a reward, had become a necessity. Quaaludes slowed his speech. Cocaine brought it back. People passed out during calls. Brokers had seizures on the sales floor. He once crashed his Ferrari into a pillar while high, with his 3-year-old daughter in the passenger seat. Then, in June 1996, he sailed his yacht into a Mediterranean storm. Drunk, high, convinced nothing could touch him. The boat took on water. The Italian Navy had to rescue them. Jordan survived. But something inside him didn't. Back in New York, the net was tightening. Some of his own brokers had flipped, caught on separate charges, burned by unpaid bonuses. They wore wires, recorded calls, turned over folders. October 1996. Federal agents raided Stratton Oakmont. Phones were ripped from desks, filing cabinets emptied, hard drives copied. Someone tried to flush documents down the toilet. Another tried to walk out with a briefcase full of shredded contracts. It didn't matter. And then, while under investigation, explicitly told not to move funds, Jordan wired $2 million to Switzerland. That transaction was traced. The conversation about it had been recorded. That single transfer became the thread that unraveled everything. By late 1998, Jordan Belfort was out of moves, facing up to 30 years in federal prison. Wire fraud, securities fraud, money laundering. So Jordan did what he always did. He sold. Not stocks, information. He flipped, cooperated with the FBI, wore a wire, and one by one, handed over the people who had once worshipped him. Over 30 employees were indicted. Brokers, partners, friends. Some had joined Stratton right out of high school. They'd learned everything from Jordan, followed his playbook. Some served more time than he did. Jordan got 22 months in a minimum security facility. No fences, no cells. Guards didn't even carry guns. He played tennis in the mornings, lifted weights in the afternoons. And at night, he wrote. In jail, Jordan met Tommy Chong, the comedian, doing time for selling bongs online. Jordan told him everything. The drugs, the yacht, the envelopes of cash sewn into a housekeeper's bra, the empire built on lies. Tommy wasn't outraged. He was amused. Write it down, he said. So Jordan did. In 2007, he published The Wolf of Wall Street, a memoir that read less like a confession and more like a victory lap. No apologies, no real remorse, just yachts, fraud, chaos, and punchlines. The public ate it up. He sold the film rights, wrote a sequel, and in 2013, Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio turned it into a global blockbuster. The same man who lied to investors was now entertaining them on the big screen. Audiences cheered. Critics applauded. Jordan Belfort, convicted felon, professional fraudster, became a pop culture icon. The court ordered Jordan to pay $110 million in restitution. To this day, only a fraction has been paid. The teacher who lost her retirement, still waiting. The veteran who invested his life savings, still waiting. The families who remortgaged their homes, still waiting. But Jordan? He's doing fine. Motivational speaker, sales coach, podcast host, selling success, teaching ethics, booking stages around the world. He wears the name The Wolf like it's a badge of honor, not the scar it should be. He didn't just escape justice. He monetized it. Turned 22 months into a book deal. Turned fraud into fame. And maybe the most uncomfortable truth of all? We let him, because deep down, we never really wanted him punished. We wanted to be him. I was guilty of being greedy, he once said. But so is everybody else. Maybe that's why he got away with it.